Hi. I really hope you can hear me. I am trying so hard with this. I'm trying so hard with this. Oh, yay. Okay. It sounds like it's coming through pretty clear. Um, I don't know if they limit the time on the lives. I am not good with YouTube as much as I am. I'm always on Facebook. So this is what I'm going to share. Okay, so I made this for a local business. She's a nice lady that I wanted to do something nice for her. And I'm going to show you how I did it, and hopefully in just a few minutes. This is very small. It's about 24 by 24. I used a mix of more modern fabrics mixed with some older prints that I had on hand. And it was so simple, so easy. I did it in less than a day. It was a lot of fun. And I'll show you the back. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Will you go ask Daddy, please? Mom's right in the middle of something. So I'm going to show you. This is the back. So I'm going to break it down for you in squares. So you don't need a special machine or anything like that to do this, okay? So these are just blocks. I just blocked these together and I just put it on the back in my quilt sandwich. So I think these are 8 inches. Yeah, they're 8 inches. Shout out to Martelli. I absolutely adore everything Martelli. They make my life so much better. I don't use anything but their cutters, and I don't normally use any other templates other than the ones I create and make myself. Everything I own is basically Martelli templates, but I will tell you I own one thing that is Missouri Quilt Star, and I'm about to share that with you. So let me switch this back around so you can see what we're doing here. Now, I did this super simple, super easy. I've had a lot of feedback on this. I thought I would get a lot of negative reaction to this. Turns out people are really intrigued by this because I guess what they typically find is something a little bit more tacky or more over the top. And so a lot of people, especially like the older generation that actually use a lot of hemp oil and things like that in their things, were really drawn to this. I have had a lot of positive feedback on this. This is actually going to be going to the local business here in Choteau, Oklahoma. Shout out to Grow Wellness. So what I did, I'm going to show you how fast and simple this is. So easy. So this background is just fabric. I just have some scrap right here. And so I didn't really cut it to any length because I didn't know what I was doing. This was my first piece. So I basically just laid out a big piece of fabric, and I just knew that that's what I was going to use. The first thing I did was I looked up pictures of it, and I knew it had jagged edges, but that's not very practical in applique or quilting. So I was like, how can I give it that personality and give it that look? And I know that it traditionally has these 5 points, but I also know that it usually has this little something here. I did some Googling, did some brain work. Baby, you need to go talk to Daddy, okay? You need to go poo-poo, I think. Yeah, I think so. So, okay, so how I achieve this, I'm going to show you. Sorry for that. These are the only things I own that are Missouri Quilt Star. I love watching her videos. I just adore her in her little group. I get lots of ideas from her. She's super traditional, and I'm more of a cheat my way through it kind of girl. I just don't have time for traditional quilting. So I need to make it look traditional, but super fast. So I used the large orange fill. There's a shop that's actually still open until October 1st, I think, in Wagner, Oklahoma, that's going out of business. A boatload of fabric, I think, something like that. So I got these on sale. I paid less than, I don't know, I think this one $10 or so, and this one just a few bucks. And I thought, well, I have these, and I love making the big, because this goes on a 10-inch square really easy. And the way that Jenny shows you to do it is perfect. There, she has a video for that, and that's what I did, okay? So what I actually did was, you'll see it here. you can see that that's actually the big leaf. And then here's the side leaves, bottom, bottom. This was my base. And then here and here. So how I did it, I've got a little scrap of fabric right down here. So follow me. And let's hope I don't mess this up too much. What, baby? Baby, I'm going to help you get dressed in just 1 minute, okay? So here is my piece of fabric. So you can do this several different ways. You could draw it out and then cut it. Johnny, will you please get him? But what I did was I have a lot of fabric on hand. And so I went ahead and I'm about to knock my whole computer down. I'm just not very tech savvy, guys. That's why so my Martelli little cutter here. Oh, I can't live without them. So I took and I just zipped around it here. I hate using, once that you start using the Martelli no slip, I almost cannot stand to use any other kind of template without some kind of no slip on the back of it. Oh, drives me bananas. But in this case, I need to be able to see what I'm doing, especially when you're using like a different kind of look. But so I cut it out, and it really doesn't matter at this point. And so I got my rough shape. And so I just went ahead and cut off my tips like what she does. So then you have your original little orange peel here. So then I knew that I didn't want it to look like an orange peel. That's just awkward. So I knew it went up to a point. So I took on the opposite direction here, like this, and then I took some off the sides. So I wanted it to have a more elongated shape. I'm just in such a mess this morning. So I put this corner, I don't know that you can even see it. Let me move my camera a little bit here. So I put it on this corner where I cut, and this corner where I cut up here, and I cut that off. And then I do a little bit of guesswork, and I cut the same inch off over here to make it smaller. And then I'm just messing this camera all up. So I just kind of worked with it and just went around like this, pulling it off. And I think I need to change my blade on this thing. And then I pulled off another 1/4 inch. Look at this. And so I have this really leafy looking thing here. And then I wanted to create this sort of, I think I went up like 3 inches or something. I'm trying to remember what I did. Oh, like this is what I did. I think it was something like this. Yep. Just like that. And then I did the other side over here at the same inch mark. Like that. And then I just smoothed it out using the round pieces like that. Like that. And then I did the same thing over here. And here. And you get this really pointy look. I know it looks weird right now, but that's okay because you're going to add to it. So then you take your fusible. Oh my gosh, I don't know where it went. I had some right here on the side of the table. Okay, so we're just going to pretend for a minute because I'm in such a hurry. My son is needing to be at the school, and I just want to do this. We'll just pretend that this is fusible, featherweight, or medium weight, whatever. Fusible, whatever you want to use, okay? So, and what you would do, we're going to pretend that this print is the bumpy side. This is the one with the glue. So we would put it together just like this. So glue side to pretty side. And then we would sew all the way around. Just the whole thing. Just sew it all in. Just a simple stitch all the way around. Then on the back of this, then you could cut it out. Obviously, you would cut the extra off. I usually, I'll be honest with you, I take a big sheet of after I get all of these cut, I just lay them all out on my my Pellon, and then I go back through with my little scissors and I cut each one out. It's just simpler that way. I sew them all on the same piece of paper, the same piece of Pellon, and then I cut all of them off. And that way there's just very little waste, and I could just do it all just like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So then once this is done, and this is done on here, and you've got this cut out, you've got your little leaf. So on the back here of your fusible, you cut a slit in your fusible and you flip that right side out. So whenever you're doing that, it creates the perfect seamed edge, and it'll roll all of these edges nice and smooth. And then it gives you the iron on right here. So then you're going to have all your leaves ready to go. So then you would take all your leaves, lay them out on your big piece of fabric, and organize them however you want them, iron them down to tack them down. And then all I did was a zigzag. So let's go back over here to the quilt. I'm so sorry. I'm so not good at this. I've got a little bit of shake because I'm so busy. So what I did here, let me see, where's my camera? I don't know where I'm going. Is you can see it's just glued on. You can even see where it's got the rounded edges where it kind of like didn't go far enough up. And then I just did a really tight zigzag all the way around. And I used about 4 different colors of thread in this unit. And then I basically just went back through and I free motioned the whole thing. So I did like random swirls up here. And then I did this whole veiny thing on the leaves. And I don't know that you can really see them, but I used a really dark hunter green thread in here to give it that look too. And I even appliqued this on. I sewed together my square with my half square. I did half square, half square. I sewed them together here and here. And then I didn't even use a fusible. I just pinned them down, and then I zigzagged them down. And then I did a straight stitch, and then I did all the little triangle quilting right there. I did all of this on a home sewing machine. Didn't use a quilter or anything like that. I used a really lightweight backing on it because I knew it was going to be hanging. And so it turned out really, really cool. It's hanging in my window, so it's not flat. But and then I used this, I just used a 2.5-inch, really small border just to put around it. And then once I finished the front, I thought about it and I was like, okay, now what am I going to do about the back? I really don't want a plain back. So that's when I thought, well, I want to put something just fun on the back, you know, in case, but I want it to also coordinate and match, but I also wanted it to be something different in case she might want to put her store logo or something back here. I don't know, but so I just grabbed some coordinating what I thought might look good together, and I just whipped it. I put all the squares together. I did square to square, square to square, square to square, and then row to row, row to row. And then I laid it down on top of it, and I made a quilt sandwich with it. And this is what it worked out to be. And then I binded it all together, no problems. And like I said, I did it in less than a day, and I've had a lot of wonderful feedback on it. Like I said, all the generations really have enjoyed it. I guess it's just choice of color, choice of shape, I guess. I don't know, but I had a lot of really positive feedback. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I did my best to keep it short and sweet. I hope this explained most of it. If you have any questions, you can let me know. I'm sorry, I'm an amateur video person, and I just am using just like a standard little $20 webcam, and I'm just a mom, so don't hate me. So anyways, be nice to me, YouTube community. So I will talk to you guys later. I've got to run. I've got to get my baby to school, and have a wonderful day. It is a fabulous day here in Choteau, Oklahoma. And again, this is going up in Grow Wellness in Choteau, Oklahoma. So see ya.